girl's treasure. Come on in, say hello, sit down for a little while and sip your coffee. Let's make something ugly unbelievable. I'm Diane Pruitt, and we are at Two Girls Treasure in Florence, South Carolina. We're just a half mile off I-95, whether you're going north or south. We're here at the PD State Farmers Market, and we're in the studio where we take the time each morning, Monday through Thursday, to create something or guide you through processes. Now, yesterday morning, all we were doing was guiding you through the process of using our Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura, Getting Salty. This is a great paint additive. It creates texture and it turns out pretty fabulous. If you missed yesterday's tutorial, grab it on a replay. This is how we do it. This is my old world. This is our Morning Mist, Hydrangea Kiss, and Taupe featuring our Getting Salty. So I'll set this to the side. Our other shelf, the great big long shelf, is currently in a coat of morning mist, and we're going to take that one outside because it's such a large surface area. We're going to take it outside to sand it so I don't get all of that dust in here because we have more work to do. We have a really ugly table to transform today. Let's take a look at the table first, and then I'll show you the materials that we have chosen for this. Mel's going to kill me, but I'm going to pop that price tag off. I hope I don't lose it. They get lost in here frequently. She'll price something and measure it and mark it, and I don't like it, and I'll bring it to the studio, and we'll dress it up. Look at this metal side table. It doesn't look so horrible on the surface until you really look at the surface. This is bad, y'all. It was spray painted. Apparently, I have found myself in a world of spray paint this week, and I just am not a huge fan. So, we are going to redress this little metal table. The cool thing is, this would be so amazing for use on a patio because it's metal. And you know, with our Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura, we can totally put this table outside and expect that the colors are going to stay the way we put them on. No fading, no chalking, just beautiful, vibrant color and a usable piece for wherever you'd like to decorate. Now, this has some weight to it. It is a little weightish, but it's a pretty fabulous piece. Metal all the way through and through. I really thought it was wooden. I was excited, but I was like, you know what? This is even better. It has a cutie little scalloped edge right there on what I would say is the front. And then it has some architectural rings on the top and the bottom of the legs. So let's get to it. I'm going to prep it first because even though it's metal, we walk through the exact same processes just like it was a piece of wood. We always start with our prep and we clean this so that there's nothing on it that will resist our paint products. And I think with spray paint, all we're dealing with cleaning here is just the elements of life. Sometimes that's what we have, and it is dirty. And some of that orange is coming off. And don't get me wrong, I'm full-blooded orange from Tennessee, but this is not Tennessee orange. And yeah, it's not even sun-kissed orange. It's not my favorite. I have some pops of red on my porch but I just put a little table out, so I don't need this. What colors do you have on your porch for spring? What are you working with, and what needs to be freshened up? Because if you need a porch refresher for the season, well, we need to talk. So just a good cleaning with our prep. Oh, and I need to apologize. Sometimes when I am posting an offer, I put it up before I get started back here in the morning. So that way it's not something I have to worry about, and I schedule it. So when you're done here, you can go straight there, click on the button, and take advantage of the offers that we have. However, I didn't schedule it correctly. Apparently, I need to wear my glasses more often than I do, and I scheduled it wrong. So look for the bundle offer, and that would be your prep, that would be your paint, that would be your getting salty, and that would be a free chip brush, maybe two. Maybe I'll throw two in for you. And maybe I'll throw a Cersei in with it. But that bundle deal is still real, and you can get that on our website or in the store. It actually is active on our website, so you can get that. I say that. I might have scheduled that wrong too. Good morning, love. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. Today we're going to make this table beautiful and usable for our South Carolina springtime, which is happening now. There we go. I don't know what that was, but it's gone now. And I just really want to clean this well. It has some chips in it on the surface, and it's heavy, y'all. It's a nice sturdy table. This is going to look great for springtime. You know what? Anywhere you put it. When we're done, and I'm sure somebody loves this orange, but it's a bad spray paint job, like a can spray paint. It's a bad paint job. So we're going to fix that. And I think what we're going to do is utilize two of my favorite color combinations together. This is Morning Mist, and this is Linen. We're going to use these two in combination on this table. And then I thought, I was inspired by a post that was on the Iron Orchid Designs main page yesterday. One of the Iron Orchid Designs artisans, Iveda, did a cute little side table about this size, but hers has drawers and it was inside and all those things. She did a periwinkle color with a creamy white, and she used this Emily Claire transfer set. Now, I love the Emily Claire transfer set, and you really need to understand the story behind that particular set in order to appreciate it more, because it's not just your average set of transfers. We'll get to the story later. Maybe I'll be able to post it for you, but right now, let's get something on this. I don't like metal tables that are not completely covered, because you can see there's a little bit of surface rust going on right there. And underneath is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but you know what? If this table is going to live anywhere that there's elements, we definitely need to make sure that this is sealed up so that the weather doesn't get to it. And we need to make sure that it is painted well. So here's what we're going to start with. You can skip the sanding. Most of the time you can skip the priming, but you never skip the prep. In those times where you should not skip the priming because you have a metal table or you're dealing with a wood that has a lot of tannins, oils that will bleed through your paint, well, we have Power Primer for pesky projects, and we have a quart and we have a pint, and we have this available for you here at Two Girls Treasure. It is a Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura paint product. I'm not sure how to set my light this morning. I'm struggling with that because I don't want to gas you with the light, but boy, it's creating a glare in my eyeballs. Let's do that. Whew, that's so much better. One of these days, soon and very soon, I'll make it over to the electronics store in town. It's not like it's so far away, but it feels like it's 100 miles from here. And we'll get a new ring light set up because we clearly need that. All right, I've already prepped the legs and the tabletop. I didn't really prep this because of the surface rust. I'm just going to go ahead and put our power primer on it. Now, one of the coolest things about our Rethunk Junk Paint is that it does adhere to metal. And almost everything you use is going to prevent rust from breaking through. But this power primer actually does have a rust inhibitor. And what that means to you is this is not going to rust once we get this on here and let it cure up. And letting this underside cure shouldn't be a big deal. It's not like we're going to use this surface. And since we're upside down, I'm going to go ahead and go in here. Probably shouldn't have painted the lip edge first, but let me get down inside this bottom edge. I'm going to sit down so I can see it. If you're just coming in, thank you so much for joining me on YouTube. This is a new experience, and I'm sure there are a ton of buttons that I have not learned how to push, nor have I even tried. I'm not here to be the superstar of YouTube. I really just want to do these tutorials for y'all. So if you come to the store and you want to learn how to use a product, this is how I can show you quickly and easily. You can always rewatch these tutorials. Now, we were on a run with that on Facebook until they deleted literally every video I had ever done. I'm not salty with them. In my mind, I understand that we're going to use our Facebook page for our photographs and our reels and our stories, and we're going to use YouTube for our videos. Makes perfectly good sense to me. I understand, and we'll roll forward with it. I think it's a great idea. And I hope you continue to join us every morning, Monday through Thursday. Hopefully, I can come up with enough different tutorials that I don't bore you to death. I missed some dirt here, so I'm going to take an alcohol wipe and clean that off. Yuck. And that's the end of that pack of wipes, but that's okay. Looking good in power primer. It is a little bit thicker, a little bit different consistency than any of our other paints, but it goes over almost everything quickly and easily. It dries just like our Rethunk Junk Paint products do. I want to make sure I get those corners. There we go. And it'll seal that surface so that even if you don't paint the underside with the color, now we don't have to worry about the underside being the rust problem on this table. I have a cutie little 1950s metal table, and it got painted all except for the inside of the legs. It has channel legs, and the inside of the legs never got done, and guess what rusted and fell apart? So I really haven't decided to take that and get it welded up. I don't know that it's worth the time. You know I hate to throw things away. I hate to throw things away. But there are some things that are beyond the scope of repair for profit, and I am here for the profit. I do love my job. I love my store. I love the products that we have the ability to use, but we are here to make a living, y'all. We do sell all the things that you see. There is an entire section on our website dedicated to all the products you can purchase. They're collections. All you have to do is choose. If you want to look at Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura, choose that collection. If you want to look at Iron Orchid Designs, choose that collection. If you want to look at everything we have in stock, it's going to take you a couple of days to go through it, but choose see all. We are here for a living, but boy, what a way to make a living. Isn't it great? This is like my full-time gig. And remember, I tell you, when I'm painting something like this, a chair or a small table, I turn it upside down to paint the bottom, so that way when I turn it over, I can paint the top. If I started with the top, I wouldn't be able to do this. I'd be in a mess. I'd just have to stand it up on the table, and I wouldn't be able to do all the things I'm doing right now. But I don't mind taking the time to do it well, because when you take this table home, I want you to know that it's going to last you for a lifetime. Maybe not yours or mine, but somebody's. Teasing. YouTube does this really weird thing where I can't see the comments necessarily after the videos are posted. So if you come on, comment today, comment while we're live, and I'll be able to see. But I haven't quite figured out how to master the comment sections on the videos that are already done. And I'm going to do the skirt edge, the very lip edge down here, after I flip the table back over. There we go. It's going on nice. We're using the power primer because this is a metal table, and we want to be sure that we cover all of the rust areas before we put our pretty paint on. And it's just surface rust. But anywhere that there's not rust too, we want to prevent rust from forming. So our power primer for pesky projects, and yes, that's the name, will do that job. It will cover your metal, your plastic, your glass. It is perfect for when you're working with mahogany and cherry. Those woods have a tendency to bleed through. And if you want to ensure a good sealed surface before you start working with your colors, especially if you're working with a lighter color or a color that would be changed by a rust bleed through or a tannin bleed through, well, then you just make sure that you get a container of power primer and use as directed. Clean your piece. I'll stand up for this leg. It'll be easier. Clean your piece really well with prep. Make sure you get all of the surface dirt and the grease and grime. If it has, a waxy buildup from furniture polish, that's one thing. You still need to get that off of there. employ your Scotch-Brite. But if it has a wax finish from being chalk painted, well, that's a whole other story, and that's going to require a whole other process. I try hard not to bring anything in that's been chalk painted, but as much volume as we do, it's hard sometimes. And I'm not a fan. I'm not degrading anyone else's product. I'm sure there are some people who swear by it and it is their lifeblood. I don't care for chalk paint. I have used many brands. I have made my own. And it's just not the paint I like. If you wax something, wax is last and you can't go back over it. If you want to add transfers, you can't. And I like options. So I don't use chalk paint. I use Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura. This is a water-based acrylic paint. It has a resin infusion, and it is extremely durable, formulated for furniture and cabinets. It is also UV resistant, water repellent, and when you use the power primer, it has a rust inhibitor. Your mods should be able to handle comments after the live. That'd be great. Thank you. If we had them. Y'all, I don't know if you're in business or if you've noticed how difficult it is to hire anyone these days. I thought after 2020 that would end, but it still hasn't. So here I am on my own, working and loving it. Ooh, we have a guest. Let me see who's come in. See, it's like that mod thing. There's no one here but me. I'll be right back. Good morning. I'm good. How are y'all? Welcome in. Is there anything I can help you find? Okay, make yourselves at home. I'm right down here at the end of this aisle if you need anything. Thank you. Great segue into the lack of employees in the store. We do have an amazing, amazing family that just came in to shop. So we'll go ahead and scooch this primer on here. I've got the fan on it so it will dry quickly. And then I will have to go and help the customers in the store. If you've never been here, Two Girls Treasure is a treasure hunter's paradise. We're not a thrift. We do curate the products that we carry, and we carry a lot of vintage home furnishings and decor. We carry a lot of project pieces. So if you're looking for something, you don't have to go thrift. You can come here. We do have a clearance section of pieces that we are willing to let go very inexpensively because we don't have time to do everything. I try. You can shop us online. We do have some private shippers that we use. If you are in Alabama and you find something that you love on our website, let me know quickly, because we do have a shipment being prepared to go to Alabama soon. So if you're in Alabama, you're near Alabama, if you're in between South Carolina and Alabama, we're sending some furniture your way to be delivered, and we can send something to you as well. Last round of the Power Primer on the bottom side and the legs of this table. And then I have to be a business person, not a painter. I don't mind spindly legs. I don't use a lot of crazy products. I've tried all kinds of things, socks on my hands, all that. You know what? This right here, just a gentle movement, doesn't spray the paint all over the place, doesn't splatter. I can brush upward, get the paint on there, and then smooth it in the round. Up and down works too, but I find that then I end up with streaks that I don't want, and when I want coverage, I just take the time to spin the brush around. You find the movement that works for you. As long as the end result is you covered the surface, then you've done it right. It doesn't matter if you do it exactly like me. Thank you. Oh, yeah, people can surely be mean, and it's okay. God will handle them. I'm only responsible for my response to ugliness. I'm good with it. Satan will show himself on a daily basis, and as long as we can see where he is, we can stay away from him, can't we? All right, y'all. I've got to let this sit and dry. I've got the fan on it, so it won't take a long, long time. I doubt I'll be able to go back on live today. I wish I could. I wish I could just stay here for a while. But we'll go ahead and let this do its job. We're going to let this power primer soak up the life on this metal table. And you know what? Come back in the morning. I may have the color on, and we may just go ahead and put those Emily Claire transfers on and make it a done deal. I like turning these things out quickly. I appreciate you being here so much. I'm Diane Pruitt. We're in the studio with our Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura products. Today it's all about the power primer for pesky projects and a metal table. We'll get back to the beautiful colors and the Emily Claire transfer on this later today or first thing in the morning. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for being here. I hope you take care of yourself, and I hope you take care of each other. God bless you. I'll see you soon.